Hey, everybody. Wanted to give you a little bit of a market update for the Wilmington, North Carolina area. I feel like there's so much news out there, and every little market is so different nowadays. So, what's happening in Philadelphia is going to be different than Wilmington, from Raleigh, all of it. It's very, very specific. Even in my neck of the woods, Oak Island versus Carolina Beach, we're seeing some real differences there as far as days on market, pricing, that type of thing, too. So I wanted to share kind of the most recent stats that our Cape Fear Board of Realtors gave us for New Hanover County. So that's the county that Wilmington is in, if you're not local. So I thought I would just share. Again, this is January data. So that was kind of in the winter months. We're moving now into a spring market, which is going to feel different than what I'm reporting here. But anyway, thought it's worth kind of talking about the data, what those trends are saying, and what that really means to you as either a buyer or seller. Here's one little nugget that I think is incredibly interesting. So, average sales price in New Hanover County is 528,000, and that's up 3.3% from January of 2022. So you may be saying, "Oh my gosh, I mean, things are correcting, right? Why is the price going up?" So we were seeing increases like 16, 17, 20% when you really compare like 21 to 22. So we were seeing really large increases. So yes, it is correcting a little bit to where it's more reasonable, right? That's actual decent growth at 3.3%. So what I think we're probably going to see is still probably about that, maybe 5 to 10% month over month this year compared to last year, moving into 2023. It's kind of what I'm feeling and seeing at this particular moment. But anyway, I thought that was interesting because it may be different than what you're hearing or feeling. But here's some good nuggets for our buyers. So I think this is really helpful too. So our list price to sales price ratio. So how much we're really able to, on average, negotiate off. We're at 98.6%. So there was a good portion of last year when I would look back at the data, and it was anywhere from like 103 at times 107%, meaning that people were bidding over more often than not. That was the average. So if we were at 103, there were times where people were paying 110, 115% over list price. So that's a great thing. If you're a buyer and you're thinking about now, so the prices have kind of stabilized and we're able to negotiate a little bit off, particularly those houses that have been sitting on the market for a little piece of time. Probably either due to maybe some condition issues, need some work, right? Or they just started off overpriced and now they are needing to correct it through either a price reduction or a lower offer. Some other things to kind of keep in mind there too. I mean, really, our new listings were down in January compared to the previous year. So we're still struggling a little bit through inventory challenges, which is, again, why the price increased a little bit. Now, I will say the last probably 2 to 3 weeks, I have seen an increase in inventory. So I think our February stats will show a little bit of a different story, which is great. Days on market. January of 2022, it was 22 days. And that takes into account all the houses that really need a lot of work that sit on the market for a little piece of time. And right now it's 31 days. So if a house sits on the market for a month, it's not necessarily, oh my gosh, this house is terrible. Could be some challenges with price, again, condition or location, but it's not going to be unusual to see a few more days accumulate, especially in our winter months here in our market there too. Months of supply, still only at 1.2%, but that's actually up from 0.6 months. So what does that even mean, right? So typically if we're like 3, 4, 5 months of supply, we're at a little bit more of a balanced market. So we're still very much in a seller's market. Can you negotiate? Yes. Are prices a little bit more reasonable? Yes. Are we getting repairs negotiated? Yes. Hallelujah. So it's not quite as crazy as it was before, but it's still very much the sellers are in the driver's seat really due to lack of inventory. So anyway, I hope that helps just to give you a little bit of perspective on what's going on down here at the coast. If you want to get really hyper local and nerd out with me on the data, give me a call anytime. Would love to share it and love to chat with you on additional insights. Have a great day.